will depend on which color you are, because I believe they're different. It's Mote of Overwrought Paranoia, I believe, and Mote of Relenting Rage. Although it might just be called Void Degeneration.
I was gonna say the thing you get from it is that.
Yeah, so I guess it's Void Degeneration and Burning Rage is the actual debuff for the thing.
Check.
So you just make sure you have that somewhere.
Check.
Good. I know on my screen it was a little weird spot. And then the only other thing before we start, so I think goes to your purple, right, with your partner. And Kelly, you are triangle with Delta. So when it comes to actually placing your lines, it should be fairly obvious, but in case if it's not, so like when you're drawing a line across the charge, you should basically try to do the same order. So like Ghost and Wall will be at the back, Kelly and Delta will be in the middle, and then the two evokers will just be closest to the bosses. No, that's where they're dropping their orb, like the white bomb, and then they have to, like the charge is always going to be in this middle area, so. And then, like, you might not actually be standing directly on Diamond Ghost, like you might have to step back depending on exactly where some of the melee are kind of up in that area. Because apparently it can get pretty tight for the evokers up there.
Well, no, I mean, like, is my base going to be on Diamond?
So, like, to be totally honest, these markers are more like to give you an idea in the early stages. It does not matter if you drop it, you know, on Diamond, really. It's just we want them kind of in the middle of the room where nobody else has to worry about accidentally doing them. And then, like, we want them consistent so that you all just have a, like, set plan every time. But if you want to drop it farther back, I'm not sure why you would.
Check.
Like, you can. And then give me one more second. Lots of people still need to Ventus.
How close can you get to these bosses?
In theory, I can mind suit them both.
And they're mind soothed right now.
No, I'm marking you for later. You don't have to worry about it for now.
Say something again, Keats. Yeah, there's a slight buzzing.
Yeah, you got static mic right now.
I think there's a bumblebee just in the background, probably.
That's what it sounds like. If you can't fix it quickly, don't worry about it. It's not that annoying, but there's just a slight buzz to it.
He's playing chess right now.
Yeah, just keep your mouth shut.
Nah, it's barely even noticeable. That's why I need him to talk again.
Just give me one more second.
So well, I think I dropped one before every single pull for the last two bosses we did.
You better.
Well, I'm gonna need more.
Okay.
Oh, can I get Hellstones?
Holy.
I'm kidding. No, I have them. I'm sorry.
It was so believable.
I don't see the note, but I think I was on blue side last time.
3,
Yeah,
2,
nothing has
1.
changed. I'll push it again after this.
Fate.
Oh, Illy!
We can just die.
So I think I said this last week, but I'm going to be in between the bosses because I'm gonna get the mark on the tall, skinny person, and I'm gonna be going and grabbing the big dude.
Move.
Also
Yeah.
gonna be there, but I'll just
So
look
so
out
nobody
for
should really be in that middle area
Yeah.
from either
I'm-
team except for.
I'm gonna start there so I can do damage to both of them, and then I'll move. But
Okay.
I'll just look out for Aware. It's
Well,
more of a thing
yeah.
that I can handle than
I mean,
you
I
worry
can
about.
mark Aura too, just so people know.
I mean, I'll
Yeah.
just look for him. I have
I'm
eyes
gonna start there to do damage to both
for
of
all
them
to
too.
see.
It's probably
You guys
it's like
saying
5.
that? Oops, sorry, go.
Yes.
No, go ahead.
Just
Oh,
remember
sorry.
that like
most of the damage, or like at least a very significant chunk that we're doing on this boss is going to be during damage amps. So,
Yeah, I'm just playing the game. Don't worry about it.
oh, I know. I'm just reminding people.
You're so aggressive.
No, I was just saying, I don't want to like talk about it because I feel like it's more of like a for me issue than like a squad issue.
Well, you're part of the squad, sir.
Yes.
My guess is no, Ellie.
Really decent backup for right now. If we get to the dispel.
Yeah, I mean, you could do it for backups.
Oh,
And
should I be running
then-
Mass Dispel?
Oh wait, I guess I can back up the spell actually if he doesn't want to run mass.
I mean, doesn't mass have a fairly large like area that it hits? I mean, I think we're never gonna like mass is never gonna be what we're trying to do the phase 2 dispels with, because it could just accidentally clip 2 people, I feel like.
Don't take it then.
I mean, my guess is like,
I
so
don't- I
like
don't
the
think-
one
I
of
don't
the
think
tank
100%.
things and one of the tank things in phase 1, like you could technically dispel, but I mean, I can also dispel it, so like, I don't know about that.
They could like they probably just have it as like maybe dispel
I-
5 back.
The phase 2 thing is also a not a magic. I know I can't dispel it in phase 2, but I would assume that also applies to mass. Not the tank thing, not the like raid one.
I could have sworn that the tank one was a magic. It goes from being poison to magic, and
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, it's not really anything we have to worry about right now, though.
Yeah, I'd say take the defensive for now, and then if we need mass swap later.
Not that we have to worry about this, but you can just like get in the mindset. But for instance, all your like, you know, burst damage trinkets like Mad Queens, you obviously don't want to send those on pull and stuff like that because you can send them in damage amps.
You don't know who I am. You don't
But
understand me.
you do you.
Sending spy masters on pull.
Sending
Also
my 30
during,
second
like,
cooldowns
3:30,
on
yeah?
pull.
What'd you say, Ellie? I didn't hear.
We're also pressing hero at 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Yeah.
That's much later than
No.
that. It's phase 3, isn't it?
It's phase 3, I think. Although I honestly don't know the exact time offhand. So we're gonna want to start pixeling blue team for that first frontal. And then as soon as that frontal war, you can be over here with boss. So that you're dropping a blue moat in the same spot. And now we're rotating and soaking. And just keep going. And now the webs should be popped. So one of them was a little close,
yeah.
I think,
No, I
but
forgot to
that's
get the
fine.
web.
So I go
thinking.
soak. Should I just not do that? Because I went to go soak orbs, but they're all like against that far wall. By the time I get over there, I have to like I couldn't even soak an orb.
So I don't really think you all have to worry about that anymore, since we
Okay.
can soak 3 orbs.
That was my question too. I ran over to get the orbs and then was way away from triangle. And also I ended up not getting any orbs because people are faster than me.
I mean, also everything happened a little slow. Like, so as soon as, so basically on pull, blue team's all stacked there, so we get a good baited frontal. So over on this right side of Skyne Spinner. And then as soon as the frontal happens, Warrior should be dragging a Nerub'ar and the bosses will be stacked. And so then we have blue team, red team fairly close together. And then the middle people obviously are doing kind of their own thing because they are baiting the web bomb. The evokers, I think, since they are not paired with an opposite, they, I think, want to drop with their like red group, so they still want to drop up on that side of a Nerub'ar. But I think the middle teams, and I could be wrong about this, but I think with Sure, you're under. Should be stacked on me, blue team. A little better stack still, but we're fine. And now our boss should be over.
Do we stay stacked or should we
No,
spread?
no, no. So now we can spread. It's just the frontal we want to bait over there. And then we're spread, and then we're rotating. And then it's going to be red frontal, so you want to bait away from the blue team.
I'm not going to be there for my web.
Okay, that's not great, but... And so you would have already popped and soaked the web teams.
Did
And
you?
then we
Would there be
damage them.
orbs like all over here? Like, is
No, so those orbs are middle team orbs, and so what is wrong there is basically they should have popped earlier, and then they would have already dealt with like soaking them. Just watch it back real quick. Oh yeah, I can repush the note too. Yeah, I mean, if you're... So we're still behind on everything just because that's how this works, but I think if you're the evokers, so Hate and Carly, you can do it a little bit earlier, but the Wah and Ghost and Delta and Kelly teams, since you're already in the middle, you can like soak them a little bit later, the web bombs, but you're basically looking for like kind of 4-ish seconds before the charge like happens. So like according to the bigwigs timer, basically like 4 seconds before that's going to happen is like when you want to pop the orb, pop the web bomb, and then rotate, soak your orbs, and then get on the 2 sides of the line to like be ready to stop the charge.
Ghost on the rotate, instead of rotating, just come out.
I mean, I was already staying in, but yeah. Sorry, I mean staying out. But
Yeah,
I was
so like
gonna
when our
port onto it, but I think you got meleeed by an ad, and then I ported and killed you with the web.
Okay.
and that is also like something we'll have to start
Yeah,
thinking
no,
about as the ads, but
yeah, I'm taking better blast wave for that now.
So, and for you, Wara, like the reason you're tanking a Nerub'ar first is so you get the first tank debuff, and then essentially, as soon as that tank swap has happened, the only thing you're thinking about until the scarabs are dealt with is like managing the scarabs, keeping them as much under the bosses as you can.
Okay, I'll save Slappy for that. Yeah.
We do, like, so the Nerub'ar piercing thing is the tank debuff that's going to kill us most of the time, but we do actually want to like be swapping both of them, ideally. And then whenever you're good, Kelly.
Well, I'm just gonna, after I drop my orb, I'm just gonna chill out here. You can soak that one, and then we'll pop it.
So just blue team, you can stack on me on pull.
Are you marked?
Yeah, the moon.
What? That
was
disappeared
under boss.
instantly.
So like we want to be pixel stacked there, so we don't have to rotate quite like that. And then we're spread. LEY, you're a little bit too far. We want to get them in a nice little triangle there. I'll point it out later though. You should be soaking orbs. And then you guys should have popped your web bombs.
No, we gotta do the little dance so we can
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then we're missing. We have one line. It looks like, right? Okay.
Okay, so I'm a little bit confused on the timing here.
Okay.
You called. We should have already popped our things, but I was still over there trying to soak orbs and bait the frontal. So like the
No,
frontal
so
had
so
just
you are
happened.
playing a separate fight basically.
Okay, so I'm not. Will I get the frontal baited on me and just totally fuck this then?
So yes, you can, but it depends on which frontal we're talking about.
You told red team to be over there to bait a frontal, so I was trying to be over there, but it's not easy for me to get back to triangle in time.
So for instance, blue frontal, blue frontal first frontal is ideally trying to get baited like there, so that basically all these melee in this area can then immediately get into kind of our spread triangle, which should be something like, am I not using any marks? Not really. So basically our spread triangle blue should kind of be like that wide, ideally. We are covering kind of this whole area, which is just a little wider than I think we need to be. And similar on the red side. They're both just a little more spread out than they need to be. And then, so from that point, after that first frontal, Kelly, so the two bosses are going to be stacked. And so all we're trying to do on the next frontal, which is a red frontal, is basically not bait it onto the two bosses so that we force all the melee off. And so that means, since red are now rotated over here, like if it's baited here where most of the red are, that's fine. Or if it's baited like here, where the red, like you and Ghost, can be playing, that's also fine. You just don't want it baited on these middle orbs that you guys are going to have to go to soon.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm overcommitting to baiting. I'm trying to run all the way back into there, and then I'm not able to get back to triangle.
Nah, I mean, if you are baiting it basically anywhere over here, that should be fine, that red frontal.
Okay.
And then, I wanted to look at the Delta Covassus thing.
So I looked through my replay. It appears that Illy stepped into blue circle, taking it before I stepped into blue circle, and then it disappeared. And then I think I killed Delta.
Well, does it disappear when 10 people get the circle?
Well,
I mean,
he got the blue buff.
don't think that is true, because I am pretty sure I remember them experimenting with like more of one color than the other. Maybe that is false info, but I don't think it has to be 10 and 10.
I mean, it disappeared within like a second. Like I didn't have a chance to
Let's just
to
do
move.
a poll. Everyone stand in red. See what happens. I feel like it's been a question a couple of times.
I mean, sure. Like everybody just go in red, and we can just see. I'm not entirely sure this answers it, but just everybody get over here. Okay, go in.
Yeah,
a lot of people aren't getting it.
I died.
So it's
max 10 for sure.
Okay.
Also, if you like start in red and go to blue, it doesn't
starting in
change
red
it.
spots.
I am counting 10 little red
But
flames
Keats
on
is
the
very
ground.
quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
think he was
can't quite
talking.
hear what you're saying, Keith. Let me see if I can turn you up anymore, actually.
No, he's low for me too. Enunciate, kids. Enunciate.
I mean, I think part of it might
just
be
buzz.
because it's buzzing, yeah.
Sounds like a fucking duck getting
Knight
stepped
to
on.
E6.
If you start in red, like 2 seconds into the fight, you cannot change your color. So I'm pretty sure that's when it defines your color, not at the end of the cast.
Yes, yeah, that's something that I did also see, is that it's like not from us doing this, but like the cast end is just like the fight starting, not like when everything is locked in. You lock your color in really quickly.
Oh, yeah, the cast, you can't use the cast bars to determine when you're getting the color. They are not correct. That is 100%
Yeah,
fact.
like, I think...
So you just get it on pull. That's all.
Yeah, that's what I think we decided, like, after people had already left last week. But basically, the literal first thing you do is you go basically directly under which boss you're supposed to be, and you, like, essentially just stay there until the cast finishes. Like, if you, like, are a couple seconds late to debuff the other boss or whatever, that's fine for now. but just we're going to make sure we get the debuffs ironed out.
Also, there's no world we wipe to people not doing perfect openers and stuff. People are holding damage anyways, right?
Yeah.
You can beat this fight with 3 people dead for 3 minutes.
Yeah, like there are so many damage amps, and like especially on Skyne Spinner, they are like fairly long damage amps. That it's just so much of your damage poured into those. And stacking on mid, on moon, blue. Still not doing a hard stack, but it's fine.
What are we supposed to be doing? I don't understand.
We're basically just trying to bait the frontals so it's not directly covering the entire boss. Rotating, blue on the outside. So we still have red over there, looks like.
So the evokers are kind of making a wall that I can't get through.
Okay.
Well, we need to
that's
be there
also-
for our thing.
So you don't need to be there. So basically, the evokers, we have a couple things going on. So one, this orange stack should be tighter, because we are taking up more space than we need to with the web bomb right there. And then this web bomb, which is the evoker one.
I fucked up. Nope, that was me. I was in the wrong spot. I
Oh,
never actually
okay.
baited the triangle.
I was trying to get to the one that was here and just wait.
Well, remember so we want the raisins and the Kelly one to be more or less on triangle and diamond. Like, doesn't have to be exact, but that's where those two are. And then the evoker one is kind of over here, and you guys can pop that early. Like, before it was, oh, you're taking a lot of damage from the web bomb, and you don't need to pop it until like you need the web. But like,
There's gonna be a web there.
yeah, that's where we're trying to bait yours. Yeah. Or you're not trying. No, Hate I think is doing the baiting, is what we said. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
no,
wait,
she was based on
where
X.
was yours baiting?
We
No,
thought
no,
ours
no.
was X.
No. X is wrong. Yeah, X is for something else.
So
Mary
what
is
does she have a
further
mark?
You should
Circle,
be.
right?
You should basically be around moon.
So
So the web bombs that we want are triangle, diamond, and moon.
Oh, never mind.
And then all the other ranged players in red should be stacked up on circle, like pinpoint stacked.
Wait, okay, hold on. I thought there was like a whole thing where 3 of us baited on circle.
Yes. So it's baited on 6. It's baited on 6 red players, and it prefers range. So we have exactly 6 range, so we can 100% predetermine where all of them go.
Gotcha.
So we're having Ghost bait the one on diamond. We're having it's Kelly, right, doing the one on triangle. Hate is doing the one on moon, and then all the other ranged in red are just standing on circle to bait it.
Which is just me, Marius, and Carly.
Yes. And
I just want to make sure I had the
pinpoint
right
stack.
idea.
Yep.
Should Hate and Carly pop their web before we rotate over to the other side?
I think that's kind of what I was saying. Like, I think before it was like your health and the damage was so high that you didn't want to pop it that early, but I think probably you can now since our gear is so high and the fight's been nerfed.
Okay, so after you bait the webs after we bait the webs, I guess.
I think
during the
probably
rain, you guys can break that and just hold it.
I think probably what they want to do is they want to bait the web bombs, then be towards the back for the rain, drop their rain, and then immediately go pop the web bomb and start getting into position.
Goes, where do you stand when the rain hits? Like, where
I
do
will
you come
stand
from?
right here.
No, like as it's landing, that's where you're standing as it resolves.
I will stand where. I mean, I'm just standing on this
Hold on.
side to bait the frontal towards this direction. So I've been
Okay,
standing
yeah.
right here.
Okay. Because I'm thinking the easiest way for me to actually come out is actually just going to be to like blink here from the blue stack, so I'm not having to worry about any of the red or the evokers. So I'll just kind of stand consistently, and I'll go to your side.
Okay. It sounds like the evokers will be in a different spot now because we all.
Yeah, like I think a lot of
don't even need
this.
to worry about it.
I think a lot of this is fixed by like not having that bomb on cross. So.
Yeah, it just narrowed the play space a lot.
That makes way more sense how we had a wall.
I'm like, I
Yeah,
can't get proof.
I was confused what was going on X, but it was not my prime focus for the moment. On Moon, blue team. And now we can spread out blue team. Both teams, but... And rotate.
There's a far red.
That.
So we're also baiting reds in a little bit of a weird spot. But I'll go over that after pull. And so all the webs should be broken.
I'll go. Oh.
Did you someone just port him?
No, I was there the whole time.
I mean, I had to get across to put my web.
Yeah, you're way further behind where you popped that thing.
I'm in line with where Moon is.
No. So you guys are supposed to be up towards where the boss is, you and Hate, because you guys can move, but we have to pop ours right before the charge.
Okay, so we're at Moon, popping the thing, and then there's a bunch of blue people like charging us because they're collecting orbs. There's no, and
So I'm gonna fix some of that.
there was like no way. There was a web bomb at green, and there was no way for us to get to like there.
Yeah, so that's, I think, going to be fixed by what we're going to go over here in a second.
So like we just went in a straight line to cross.
So
yes, you want our orbs near circle.
Orbs near circle. So basically what is happening, you can't reset these bosses, can you?
No,
No.
I can keep it mine soothed.
I can probably
I
get
can.
invis reset.
Here, I can try.
Well, they instantly cast, don't they? Oh, okay.
Okay. So what we have right now is we end up with a bunch of red orbs in this area from the rain, because like I think for that last pull, like I know Kelly, like you were like right here, and we also had several other reds in this like play space. We don't want really any red orbs in any of those spots except maybe where I'm jumping here. All the red orbs should basically be kind of in this zone here.
It's gonna be really hard for me to.
So
drop an
yours
orb back there.
yours is different though. Remember, Kelly, because you're
Right, but that
middle
was my red
soakers.
orb. That's why it was over here.
Like
Or no, my orb I think was like over here.
I think what you should basically be doing, Kelly, is
Do the same thing I do.
you should do. So bosses are stacked up there, so that means red is essentially in that on that spot. And so like Kelly, you can be this leftmost red person there, and you're dropping that orb, and then you can just rotate into the middle. Like if you can soak a blue orb like on your way into the middle, that's fine. But if you can't like drop here and then rotate over there to soak blue, that's fine. That was my point about like
Right, no,
you
I
not needing to do
didn't
that anymore.
Go over there though, did I? I'm pretty sure I didn't.
Let me watch the whole VOD, I guess.
I was just gonna ask, since I'm paired with Kelly and we're different colors, could Kelly not just drop the red orb there and then I grab it when I go pop the bomb?
Yeah, because that's what I.
Yeah, and that's also that
Goes
like that's
yeah.
that's the point of the different color teams there. So like Delta can just soak essentially all the orbs you drop, because you're going to get one orb from one red, one blue from your web bomb pop. So you guys are both at one stack, but like you're also going to drop one red there, and Delta can go soak that fine and be at 2 stacks.
Yeah, but I thought you don't want the bait in here, so you wanted me to move out here so they baited away from here, right?
I mean, I think these frontals are going to be less of an issue than a lot of the like people make it seem, is kind of what my thinking is for this boss so far. I think if you bait a frontal here, I think it's probably fine for now.
Okay. I also had an ad eating my ass the entire time, so I'm not sure how to play that.
The ads fixate
let's
on
see.
closest target. So if they spawn out here on us, it's kind of
I
rough.
want to say it was on someone else and then it was on me, but maybe it takes a second to fixate. I swear I saw it going a different direction and then it turned around and came after me.
If they invised or cloaked or had some other kind of combat drop, that can break the fixate, but otherwise they
Okay.
just stay fixated forever.
I could run Shining Force.
Yeah, you
Just
can.
blap them back into the group.
Yeah, I mean, I'm running big
no, I
blast
can't.
That doesn't
Can I-
exist.
That doesn't. Yeah, you're right. That
Wait,
doesn't
what?
exist anymore.
You
They
have to
get rid of
remove
Shining
that
Force?
after Shadowlands.
So if you look at that snip, that is, sorry, it descales because I played high resolution, but so like Kelly is underneath the Wara tank thing. Illy is just above her, and then you see like Pip, and I think it's Kitchen, and I don't know who's under like the tank frames or the boss frames. But like all of those people should basically be instead of, let's see, let me tap back in. So they're all like here. Can you mind Sooth? So they're all like here, right? In this area. And really, you guys should be like, not you specifically, like Kelly, we already talked about where you should be, but everybody else, like, there's this whole space here where like almost nobody is. And that's where really most of the red orb should be, because if you think about what we're doing, blue's rotating on this outside area, and what's happening is blue has to rotate that way to avoid the red team, which is rotating on the inside. And then, since the orbs aren't where they're supposed to be, we then have to rotate again out to this area to soak those orbs, when really we should be rotating directly into orbs here. It's kind of nice that you can just walk right through these bosses.
Looking at that photo, like, if we're looking at, I'm going to call it a pie slice, but like the pie slice I'm in is like the pie slice we want to drop in, because I was like one of the furthest
I
ones
didn't
back.
actually see where you were. Like you are in a fine spot, but you
Everyone
can see
should be where you are or to the right.
or to the right. Yes.
Yeah.
So see how nobody's to the right of Marius? Like that is wrong.
Of the room? Or like, sorry, when we say right, are we talking about inside the
So
room?
they should be as you're basically towards that exit there
Towards
that I just
circle.
picked.
Towards circle.
So,
Towards circle. Yeah, that is also a good thing.
Okay, yeah, because I want to know, because like if everyone hangs back, then I'm the last one in, so I'll aim. So I'll move over that way then instead of moving in from circle, right? That's a better play. Okay.
And then also, so that getting finally back to the Carly and Hate thing, if you look at where all those red orbs are, well then now that on that rotation, when all the blue players are trying to soak those red orbs, that's also when Carly and Hate want to be in that spot, because they're trying to put their web to stun the boss in kind of that area. So like a bunch of things going wrong, but obviously like it's early on a hard boss, so.
Check.
And then I think we need, no, we got house stones. So then whenever Kelly and Keats are good.
You can really get right under these bosses, I noticed.
I mean, I just walked
Rawls just
literally
ran
right through them,
him.
so. And then make sure you're dropping your orbs in a good spot. And rotate. Ads coming out, Wara. Much better spawn of the orbs.
Oh, there's a lot stacked there.
Yeah, so that's something we'll go over. And so everybody that has a web should have popped it. And then we got 1, 2.
Oh, I went too
and...
far. Yeah.
Okay.
Too far.
Pretty good though.
Okay. I don't know if we
I'm
So
slow as
all
fuck
those
there.
orbs need to be gone. These ones that are still on the ground.
So, like, I think ideally you break the web bombs a little sooner so you can soak before. But if you need to soak a couple after, I think it will be okay. I don't think you want to have to soak all of them after, though.
I think it'll be fine just because.
I think we pop ASAP because we actually take more damage standing in the web than we do from being linked Ghost.
Oh, do we really?
I think so.
Because I was sitting in that shit.
Me too. I'm like, I'm not healthy. Should I not be doing this?
Yeah, I mean, I really think popping them early
we take
just
like 3
makes
times
sense.
as much damage standing in the web than we do being linked.
Yeah, so let's just try to pop them early. I mean, the danger there is pretty obvious that you know, if you pop it super early and then for some reason you like have to move because a scarab is chasing you, then you snap your web. Like that's the danger. But I think we can outplay that for the most part.
That was correct, Tate.
Unless I'm doing like really bad math.
It's 50% more standing in the web than it is being linked.
No, it's not. One of them ticks every 1 second, the other one ticks every 0.5 seconds. It's still probably better to take the snap, but like, just you are taking a little bit more damage. But I don't think that matters enough because it's like you want to be in the position. It's way more important to be like in position than to have to snap and then do it.
Okay.
If I can find you and hate.
Yeah, it's like 50k more a second, actually. It's whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I think what you and Carly did hate seems pretty much fine. I see you. I don't know which one of you, but one of you had scarabs on you, which was kind of fucking one of you up. But are you slapping? Like, what are you doing for that first set of ads, War?
Slappy. They're all. Can you not hear me? Hello?
No. I'm just watching it and thinking.
Oh yeah, you should see them. I'm slapping them and then I'm keeping them together.
Like
I think maybe we're outranging them if they're on the people with doing the web shit. We're probably outranging
There
stuff.
weren't any on people doing the web shit last poll.
So there
I had
was
3 of them on me.
There was one on I think it was Hate who's
No,
doing
it was
web.
on me.
Oh, Carly then. Like
is there 4?
around
Are there
actually,
only 3 ads?
I think it's 3, but let me double check.
I swear I had all of them together. If I didn't, then I'm blind. Because I mean, I'll grip any of the ones that are out.
Damage, so. I mean, that's not why that fucked up. Like, that would have been perfect.
No, but like I blew TT on myself and like
Yeah.
other thing just to stay alive.
Did you die though?
No, I did my web. We did the right.
Nice.
That was why I asked if I haven't had them. I just sit there and tank it.
Did you like?
I mean, I think you.
Yeah, we did.
I think you. Yeah, you like sit there and knock it, and then like we just have to let Wara get like excellent at doing it. But yeah, I mean, it's 3 of them, Wara, and they were fairly grouped. So I think it's just gonna. I think the damage on them is maybe a little low, but obviously that's gonna improve. So.
I mean, they also just start with a pretty big.
They have damage.
I'm guessing any gore fiends for future ones.
There's 2 sets in first phase, so I think probably you need gore fiends, but you can play around with it.
Sure.
You could do the increased range on grip too, which might be helpful.
Yeah, I can.
I don't know if it's needed.
I'm not kicking anything, right?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I can take the increased range. All right.
Like we're basically hoping to have the scarabs dead right around when Nerub'ar is stunned, so that we kind of can focus on that and not really have to think about the scarabs anymore.
How long does a stun last?
I believe it's. Is it 10 or 12?
It says 12 in the dungeon journal, but that could be
Okay.
wrong.
Yeah. Then that's probably what it is. Did we get a repair button?
Sure.
And the Nerub'ar damage amp is not even the good one, really. The Skyspinner one is
I just
quite a
wanted
bit
to
better.
know because
I mean, they're the
I need to
same,
put
right?
execution sentence on it like a second early for it to hit.
It's not more damage, it's the way
Lasts
it
3 seconds
works.
longer, and it's like
Well, no, so
stacking.
every time you do a dispel, it's a 20% damage taken increase. And so you're basically, during the whole ramp up to that, you have a damage amp on her, and then you get the the 10-second thing. Well, a lot of people can.
No, you can hit
you
her
know.
during that. Her hitbox is
The range
huge.
can hit her.
Like, you basically try to manipulate that in phase 2 and phase 3 so that she's got an 80% damage taken amp for as long as you can, and then you go to the 100%. Guess I need to add that to my frames because I don't see who to bop on net.
They don't deserve a
Rotate.
bop.
Let's just break early one.
Yeah. Oh, look out.
Yeah, it's fine.
Beep.
Nope, I was not out of it. I'm dead.
Nope.
Good luck, everybody.
Well, I mean, we're all just dead then. You can just die.
Well, this is the end of the fight, so.
Also,
True.
care with that that knock, because I was like right next to you when you knocked it.
If you get fixated by the scarabs, like, are you good to just like they're gonna be pulled in and I can just go soak orbs?
I think as long as what you don't want to do is if you get fixated, and especially if you're ranged, run it away so that War has to like chase it. Don't do that. That should be obvious though. But otherwise, I think for the most part, we knock it in if you can, and otherwise you kind of trust Wara to grip them and control
I
them.
would say don't knock at all, unless you're like here in relation to me, like you're all the way out here, and I am, sorry, not there, here. Just because, like, right there, for example, I believe I don't know I think it's Kovas's knock, not sure, but I had Slappy running, and they were they were all grouped up, and then knock happened, and it pushed it away from me. But
yeah, that's fine too. I think a knock, if it's like out there, does make sense, which I think you also agree with.
Yeah, if it's all the way out, because I will always be like here, like somewhere in this area with the ads. So if it's all the way out here, then yeah, I don't care. You can knock them. That's fine.
And they're also fully CCable, correct? Like with stuns and stuff. So like once they're under the boss, we can. Are you playing something like Ursul's, Kovastis?
Of course.
So like once they're grouped under boss, I think you just drop Ursul's and then we can like stun them even and just like stop thinking about them for the most part.
I never stop thinking about the ads. That's free damage.
That's fair.
Delta, would you rather I drop my orb on that side or on like right or left of green?
If you
You're coming
drop,
in from the right, right?
yeah, I'm coming in from the right, but as soon as we link up, we're going to drop orbs as well, right? So my thought process is if you put it on the left, then when we link, you'll still be on the left, so there's going to be 2 orbs there, and then we flip and I just get both of them.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, after you drop your orb, Kelly, you Delta should probably just try and get the web as soon as possible just to get used to it.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I think our health pools are enough that it's not really going to make or break.
Is that just the person getting caught every time, or is that
I
something?
think it's Elia. Rotate. Ads coming out. And red's baiting frontal. So remember those red orbs. Oh, I'll go over it after. It's fine though. We got 2 webs, or do we have all 3? We got 3.
Yeah, but I haven't been we've been blocked from getting closer. Like Kate can't get close in. She's being zoned out by blue people.
Okay. Let me look at the VOD.
So we're supposed to be the frontmost.
You guys are the
area.
front one. Yeah, that is the trickiest one, is the front one, because you kind of just almost by default are going to be close crowded to the blue team. So I'll
Just
look
run
at
into
that.
them, assert dominance. Fuck it.
One thing I can already say immediately though. So remember, there's going to be. This should be so we can, how to put this best. So there's going to be red orbs for blue team to soak, mainly in that area, right, with those pings. And so ideally, the ones close to the bosses, it should be the tanks and Raisins and Aiden and the melee. They're soaking these ones up here. So some are going to be at the back. That should probably be ranged that get those. But there's going to be some that are there because our Hate Carly Evoker team has to pop a web bomb there, and there's going to be orbs that they cannot soak. So blue ranged, so Ellie, not Delta, Ellie, Cravastus, I guess it's mainly on you two. There's going to be red orbs back in this area that you guys have to go soak. Hasn't really been an issue yet because they haven't. We're wiping before that, but eventually those orbs will explode and kill people. So make sure that these ones are your and Ellie's focus. And then if there's too many, ultimately, some melee will have to go back and soak them. But for now, we're trying to get the ranged blue to go soak.
Yeah, if blue's running up to soak the reds that are here, you don't have to worry about those because Delta's going to rotate around and get them. So blue being in this area might also be zoning Hate out from getting across. Because you're coming across the left side, right? Hate, that's yours. That's what's happening, right? Yeah, someone's trying to get these. The only blue that should be there, I think, is Delta. But so did you see multiple blues there, or was it just one?
So there was one blue there, it looks like.
Okay, because that's Delta. He's rotating to get my orbs. But
so I think the
far enough. Maybe I could drop it further back too. Maybe that would help. Maybe I'll drop my orb back here instead of up there.
Excuse me. It was basically the 2 reds that.
These are useful for something later, in which case it doesn't matter. I'm a diamond.
And then
Go
I need
off,
to
Rihanna.
check on logs, right?
Wana.
Rihanna.
Rihanna. Yeah, it did sound more like Moana.
Great movie.
How about Beyonce?
Wait, did
It's
we
a
want
Rihanna
Ellie
song.
marked or Delta marked?
I know, I'm just thinking of other names we could make for WoW.
I thought she said Delta, right?
No, mark
Oh,
me
sorry.
because he's watching to see when I go
misheard
in.
Waka Flocka Flame.
Oh, that's good.
Waz Khalifa.
All right, that's good. That's good.
Just so you know, like this is fairly tricky to coordinate, but kind of this phase is more or less a repeat of this twice. It's not strictly true, but
Is it gonna be 30 minutes between pools going forward too?
I mean, we can chain pull and just wipe if you want.
No, I'm doing a puzzle.
It seems like it's pretty complicated, but it is funny that my experience with this boss is hit the boss for 45 seconds and then
Yeah.
die, and I can't do anything.
Yep. I mean, I don't think can really have a job in this part.
Yeah.
Go.
Let's get those ones way back there.
I didn't even think I
So
hit.
that should be the ranged doing those.
All right, you guys did. I killed
Okay,
Ghost
so we
'cause I was
have-
knocking this beetle.
Yep.
We
It's
should have
okay.
had it.
Okay, so that's essentially how that first thing should work.
I thought my character had a
did
fucking
did
heart
the orbs
attack.
back here explode or did they get soaked? The two red
I saw
ones.
somebody run out and grab them.
Okay.
I didn't see
Ellie got him.
Yeah. So wait. So getting a third kills you, right?
No.
No,
Fourth
you
kills
can get in a fourth kills you.
Oh, the weak core is just wrong. So.
Yes, because of the nerf.
I think I also only went to 2 stacks, and I think I soaked 3 orbs. Like I did one weighted and then got 2.
It will fall. It can fall.
It
I
can
heard a
fall off,
sound
yeah.
when I soaked 3. Like I got an air horn after I soaked my 3rd.
Is there a way we can change that weak core to not?
Not really.
That's fun.
What weak aura is it? Does anyone know?
Something in Northern Sky that's yelling at me when it says don't get a third.
Run it back. We should actually get the first done on the next one now.
So after that part, basically we're going to kind of repeat this in one of 2 random spots. So basically, Sky Spinner is going to port kind of in this area or to this area. And then we're going to repeat the whole next section with a couple variations that I guess I'll tell after we are getting there, because it's mainly for 2 people. So
So do we like let's say we get through the first, do we have to go under the boss and soak again to get orbs again? Or do we keep the same color the entire fight once?
no, so once you get a color, you are that color the whole fight.
So I will not dream breath over or dream flight over the entire raid.
You're so fucking brave.
Any baked food pillars in the chat? Are we
This
going
guy thinks we're gonna live for 3 minutes.
Bro, the fight's 45 seconds long, so we don't really need it.
He's gonna put that shit down at some point.
The boss dies
Oh,
in 45
It's
seconds.
actually
I'll do it after next
it's
bullet.
actually so funny that blinking over
Does
some of the
that,
other.
yeah.
My character just had a heart attack, as far as I know.
And my corpse just happened to appear 10 yards behind you.
Yeah, corpse actually also happened to press lust.
Well, no, I did that while I was
Oh.
alive. Otherwise, it wouldn't work.
I
I
know.
need to press fucking shield and not angelic feather. It's never gonna go on me.
It's really funny how much that's muscle memory if I'm talking on
Spread.
pull.
Rotate. Ads are coming out. We're a couple more orbs. Webs should all be popped. Can blast the ads while we're waiting. Looks
Well,
like Hate died, so we lost one.
Strategy.
So
Yeah.
see, in this case, so Sky Spinner jumped over there, so we're gonna beta frontal here, and then we're gonna go stack over on a new Sky Spinner position. Is our next little bit.
This fight is so funny.
Yep. I haven't done anything yet. 45 seconds, the boss charges the wall, and I die. Like 20
Meanwhile,
times
I
in a
don't.
row.
I don't think I stand still and heal much at all
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah,
It's like
I know
run
you guys
here,
have a
run
tough
there,
job,
run
it's
here,
just
run
funny
there.
that for most of us, we have not done a single thing yet.
I just apply Wither to both bosses, and I just kind of walk around.
Okay, so this next little bit, since I'm confident we're gonna get there, so Charge is going to happen. Sky Spinner is going to port. Let's say it is over to this skull position again, but it could also be that side. But what's going to happen is, so charge is going to happen. We're going to bait a frontal. It should be, I believe, a blue frontal, which we ideally want to bait over there. I think that's right, but regardless. And then we move over towards skull. So then we're going to get another set of rain. So we're going to have another set of orbs to spawn. So this is tricky for essentially the blue middle players. So that's Wa and Delta. So what's happening is basically the rain is spawning bombs, which we're going to soak, and then a frontal is also, or sorry, the rain is spawning orbs, which we want to soak, and then a frontal is being baited on blue. So these blue players are standing over by skull, and what most groups do is they have two mages, and the blue mages are standing out there, Wa, and you just ice block and don't spawn any orbs. And so if the frontal is baited on you, because what's also happening in this overlap is that web bombs need to be baited essentially right after this whole sequence, like almost immediately after. And so I am not 100% sure if Turtle prevents the orb from spawning. Do you know yet, Delta?
I don't know 100%, but it should.
So if that's the case, then all we need to have happen is you and Wa are basically going to be on that ping, baiting a frontal in that direction. So the frontal either goes there or there, and all the red teams are safe. And then it's just a rotation, like normal for most people. So it would just be blue rotating on outside, red rotating as soon as I get pings on inside. And the middle web bombs, so the Ghost and Kelly ones, are same position. And then the 3 red people that are baiting web bombs that we don't use are going to bait on like skull, I think is probably where we want them. And then everybody else, or not everybody else, hate is baiting hers there on the wall to pop. So
Okay,
all
so
that's happening is middle web bombs are same spot as normal. Useless web bombs are going to be, I think it's around skull, but that might not be the exact position just because I'm not 100% sure on the exact port location yet. And then the evoker, the hate bomb, is going to be just ahead of wherever the useless bombs are, over by the wall.
I was just going to say the one thing that Kelly would then need to be aware of is that if I'm over here doing this on the second one, then I'm going to be coming from the opposite side that I am for the first web bomb. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, and you guys will figure that out pretty quickly as soon as like we're actually getting there.
And that's just mirrored if the boss is over here. It's the same thing.
Yes. Because they're not going to charge, like first charge is going through there, obviously. And I
Food
believe
buff.
second charge will go. I just wish I had endless pings, like that way. Just rotated. The exact location of the like red useless bombs and the hate bomb over here on the side is not super important. The important thing about this second bait is that they are directly on the wall, because we're going to have blue people that are basically skirting along the edge to soak red orbs, and we just don't want them to have to like potentially run through a bomb on accident and stuff like that. And pip is good, so we are good.
Use your external macro wall.
Oh fuck! I don't have that bound in this. Yeah.
I mean, I could also, if it doesn't work, I could spell word you, I guess. I just wouldn't have Bop to like save people for a later mechanic, probably.
That's definitely doable because like it's like an even split on mages that do or don't take ice cold for this. So you're right. A lot of people do what you're saying.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think it's necessary. I think you can get to your bait spot fine without doing that, but it's easier if you can just block out there.
You guys should try and break like now, Kelly.
Couple more red orb, couple more orbs of all types to soak.
If we end up in that position, we're dead. If we end up in that position, do you want to break it? Just so I'm not trying to get
that's what I
around
was
you.
starting to run over to do.
Okay.
I was waiting for you to get in the web. Because since we're so far back now, you're like dropping your red thing and then you're taking a step back. So when I soak it, I'm naturally in front of you.
Actually, should be taking a step forward because I've been just outranging myself every single pull.
Okay. Yeah, just whichever you want to do, and we'll keep it consistent.
Yeah. I've just been breaking it every time, so I was like, I gotta get around him. We're just playing chicken at the door.
I mean, honestly, I think this first phase seems fairly easy, though.
It is. We just need to keep getting reps.
I sure hope this fight doesn't get any harder at all.
I mean, I would say first phase is pretty easy. Honestly, I think second phase is also quite easy. I think the only hard phase on this fight now is the third phase.
That's fair. I feel like that makes sense.
That gets harder.
Most
it does, but that's mainly because of a. So the web vortex that sucks you in, if you remember that mechanic, it's like there's a lot of like kind of edge cases in the not really, but like it will seem like there's a lot of different possibilities on how you have to play that mechanic in the third phase, which I think will make it fairly tricky to learn. And spreading. Rotate.
Oh, that's so annoying.
Should have popped your bombs. And get ready to burn.
We did it.
Okay, we're going to the other side now. We'll bait a frontal here first. Spread. So, actually, I think I'll have to look. Like, it might be that this side is different if it jumps to this side.
Oh. Who'd I kill?
I'm stepping on dead people.
Was there a red person there? Who was it? Oh, Keats? Sorry.
Yeah, you can also step on dead people, so.
I just didn't see him under the boss.
I wasn't dead.
Big ass beetle butt.
No, the next bait comes out late.
Do the orb just spawn whenever the green circles and that's it?
And
For you
web
guys,
bombs
yeah.
in this phase, yeah.
Okay, so after we play the charge through stun, you want red to be on the left side of the room, generally speaking.
I mean, you're not moving anymore. You're, but yes, red will be on the. Wait, from your position, I guess it's left side of the room.
Well, from looking into the room right now, I'm just like
Yes.
Okay, because I am standing on the right side for the break, and then I can move over to the left.
So
red
we
drops
basically
orbs
just
there.
need to move faster after that stun is over, is all. We will still be over there to spawn that second set of rain orbs. So we probably will just use, like, Pip your Wind Rush there. So after the
Wind
charge.
Rush where?
basically at the end of the damage amp, make sure Wind Rush is down so we can grab that and then head over to whichever side is new or Sky Spinner's on.
Yes, ma'am.
So if she jumps over there, Hate, since we won't have
Check, 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 check.
yes.
Okay.
I could also probably just we'll see how it feels. I'm just thinking if I can just take Ice Cold and just play with the group and then still get back out in time.
Is Ice Cold just better defensively for the rest of the fight?
Yeah,
or-
well, because I can keep playing with the 70% DR anytime something is spooky. So, like, when I'm out there in Narnia with a web, I just don't take damage.
That makes sense. Good spread. Rotate.
Sorry, well, 1 second. Casting.
And get ready
Why
to
am I
burn.
dying there?
I'm not sure. I'll have to look. Sure you're hitting the correct boss, and then loosely spread on your sides. Get ready for rain.
There's a red guy here.
Yeah, we're the people that have to
Rotate.
hold the web.
Oh my god.
Oh, you should have boss
Yeah,
back
yeah,
by or an Uber Ash back there, War. And then we'd be over on Mark's side.
Hayden Kelly,
Oh
oh god.
no! Oh no!
So this is where I go out now, right?
And so now, yep. So if you're immuning out in the middle, if you're a middle person, you'd want to be out there now. This is a normal soak.
Yeah, I don't spawn a bomb with
Okay. And then now bombs are spawning, so you would need to be in your spot now. And then we play our next charge. Did Skynspinner move off the wall a little bit there?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I
It's
thought.
like kind of walking around a little.
I should have the big dude, right? Like after this done?
I mean, let me double check. I think I just took a second piercing is how I died there.
For Hayden Kelly, after the web
nope,
break, hey, could you rescue Kelly back to the group? So
I can
went
go
back
around the back. That's fine. So what happened is I went around the back. I got over here, and then we did the rotation, and I didn't rotate, so that was on me.
I'm just saying.
Anyone died, just everyone saw it happening and went,
I didn't kill anyone. No one killed me. We,
No, you didn't.
we made it work.
So why am I
But yeah, no,
dying to the thing?
When did you die? Let me see.
I soaked orbs, and then I died from Touch of Death, which I think is the you don't
many
have a
orbs.
mark.
You soaked too many?
I soaked 3.
Well, if one
You
popped and he was at 3,
Yeah, so
it would kill him.
yes, what Kitchen is saying. So I actually do not have that
Okay,
last
so,
pull.
like-
But yes, if we miss, so how it works if you're unfamiliar. So if we do not soak an orb and it expires, it's going to pop and apply that to basically everyone. And so what Kitchen is saying is correct. If you're at 2 stacks and it pops, you go to 3 and you're technically fine still. If you're at 3 stacks and it pops, you go to 4 and you die.
So we missed an orb.
So
that's why.
we probably missed an orb, is what it sounds like.
Burning Rage.
Not my fault.
No, not everyone got a stack when you got your 4th, so I think it was your fault.
You could rescue me there, Hate. The whole back area is clear. So Wa is all the blues like on the boss. Wa's a little further back, and then I'm like back here, and the whole back room is clear.
Wa should
So,
be the
like,
farthest person from. Like, he
he's
should
the
be the
furthest
farthest
blue out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I just get behind him, and then I'm safe to run back there. So if you want to rescue, it's a pretty clear shot once I'm behind Wa.
I think the
Just-
only blue between you and like the group over here is Delta, right? Because Wa's
Yeah, but
back
he
here.
moves in pretty early, so I don't have to step back that far to get out.
Yeah, what Wa is saying I think is correct. It did not apply an extra stack to anyone else. So what probably happened, so I've mentioned this before, but maybe not tonight. So one of the big reasons why we want to be well spread on the reigns is so that we're not spawning double orbs, which are very hard to tell if they are 1 or 2 orbs, like if you're hard stacked on another person during rain. So 1, we just need to make sure we're spreading on the rain a little better, which will get better over time. But 2, a way to be able to spot that is, if you have noticed, above all the orbs, red and blue, there are basically like daggers. And so those you can at least a little bit better see if it's a double. If there is a double, there's going to be 2 daggers popping up from the same spot. And that means there's 2 orbs there. And if you have two stacks already, that orb you cannot soak, or that pair of orbs you cannot soak. That is what I think probably happened to you then. It's actually crazy how much the orb nerf, like how big of a nerf it is. Oh, I didn't realize that, Delta. Like they are there for so long.
I think that's the visual indicator.
You are just standing in the middle of the room.
That's danger right there.
So he's...
I thought dead bodies didn't do anything.
They get the other mark, which I think probably means we just wipe.
No, we'll play around.
Run to the middle.
I got eyes on him.
I'm killing you, Kelly.
Okay. Wow, that felt a little personal.
Death mark.
You were just the closest red.
Charge.
I swear I saw that a dead body on the ground doesn't matter, but Kelly in her angel form does matter.
Well, I mean, isn't it...
walk over dead bodies, and sometimes I'm just fine, even if it's the other color.
It's supposed to apply the mark of death, right?
No,
Which...
it gave him the mark of death because he never got a mark.
That's... You're saying it gave Keats that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But I think that's different from when a red or a blue person dies in the normal course of the fight.
I mean, I guess I am not sure. I thought that it still counted as basically both marks, but I could very easily be wrong.
Like, so if I'm, red, die 2 minutes into the fight, then it treats it like I have a mark of death?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I think if you die, if you're blue, yeah, you're blue, right? Yeah. If you're blue and you die in the fight, it will just treat your corpse as blue, as far as I understand.
Yeah, I thought it didn't do that because I swear that would make this.
Maybe it doesn't. It was like that on PTR, and I guess I'm not sure if it's like that now.
Go outside for break so we can test it.
Oh, let's do one more. If Keith is back, if he's still DC, then I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, it was just a very brief, lag spike. The pull timer had started and I realized no one was moving. I was like, oh no.
We were playing an elaborate prank on you, and it worked.
You got that.
I don't think so.
Why did I just press fire?
5, 4, 3,
I was confused.
2, 1.
I think we're good now.
Yeah.
The unknown bug?
No, like where she sends a message, but it just says it's unknown after like.
Bait.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Not all you missed was me saying I want to
Spread.
I saw snack. That's all I saw.
Actually,
Move.
spread and rotate.
1,
Death mark. That's so fucked.
2, 3. Charge.
Still
Oh.
one orb, John? One red one?
I killed hate and the web died.
Can I be helping with the ads at all? Like I like
Spread.
helping with sometimes, but they don't. They're like weirdo guys.
Move.
Honestly, not sure how much CC we need on them.
It's
like,
just so fucked up when two of them spawn out on like Miwa and Kelly.
Yeah.
Well, that time I actually had a pretty good knock on.
I mean, it was a good knock, and then it was like the third one killed hate, so they were all out on us. Wait, did the third one kill hate?
No.
No, she got hit by the frontal.
Oh, she got hit by the front.
We'll do break though. I'll take a look and give it a think or something. So they don't appear to retarget after they are stunned, right? The scarabs.
I don't think
I'm
so.
not
I don't
sure
think
if anybody's
so.
back.
It's only a death or a combat drop, like an invis, a feign, I think, or vanish.
Yeah, like that's what I saw in the VOD, but I wasn't sure. If that's the case, I mean, I think we can probably throw like 2 stuns at them and then just whatever our 2 longest like AoE stuns are, and then be done with it. Which I forget what they are at this point.
You're not gonna really have mine because ads are surrounded by blue. So it's really gonna be who's in blue.
I mean, I think also what's happening is sorry, I'm just making sure this is actually happening and not in my head. Like, I think we could have the ads. So basically the ads could be sitting on Skynspinner in the charge line instead of over on the blue side only. Because like, why are we making it so half our melee can't hit them? So I think it's kind of a small positioning thing that will help more than anything. So like, let's see if people are back. So this is mainly for Wara, but anyone should kind of know. So Skynspinner ideally never moves from there. And so that's where our charge is. And so our last charge line should be there. And so I believe everybody can essentially stand in the charge line after that, right? Because you don't get hit.
Yeah.
So what's happening right now is you're gathering the ads right there, Wara. And part of that's on me because I am moving a Nerub'ar unintentionally when I'm moving to soak orbs. But I will play that better. And then what should happen with the scarabs is instead of stacking them over here on a Nerub'ar where only blue can hit them, you want to stack them on Skynspinner where everyone can hit them. And it'll be in the charge line, but like I said, everybody will be safe and like okay to go in that. And those ads are going to die faster.
How do you pronounce Skynspinner's second name, Growlus? First try.
So bear in mind, I don't play with sound, so I have no idea if they say. I'm going to say
many times.
Many times.
Takaj.
Yeah,
you did it.
Takaj.
Is it actually Takaj?
Yeah, it's like kind of easy to pronounce. You just look at the words. It's kind of
J.
Kind of easy to pronounce. You just look at the words.
Let's see.
I mean, yeah, it's very straightforward.
How do you know it's that? Because the way it is.
Sign kind of Dodie Choi.
Well, I mean, sure, like, it's pronounced how it's spelled, but
5,
you could also give
4,
about a million
3,
counterexamples
2,
that it's not true.
1.
So, like,
This one's easy.
Bait.
and spreading.
Spread. Move.
Rotate. Soaking.
Death mark.
One. Charge.
And then good. Right on Skynspinner. So they can be even like more on Skynspinner. And then you're blasting.
Wow.
That was the only safe spot of my story
Spread.
left. I'm sorry.
And then spread. Spread.
Move.
And now rotate.
1, 2.
Okay, not bad. You can just
So it's just kind of anticipate because the charge line is always to the right of where we're
Spread.
popping, and I want to just blink
Bait.
over there, but if you're 10 yards to the left, I can't.
He said
We're
just
wiping.
die.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the
I was-
quickest way to die.
no, that's fair. I thought dragon flying through the bus at me.
It was like, I'm playing the game.
Yeah, I was like, I finally get to hit my buttons. It was exciting.
Yeah, I'll do that well.
Thank you.
I didn't expect it to be over there, so yeah, I can.
No, yeah, the charge line. I think it's just across the circle, pointed it to Kaj, right? Is that how it works?
I mean, as far as I'm aware, yeah, that's what it seems like.
Tech and J.
Tech is J.
Alright, fixing Weakora. Or not Weakora, I'm fixing and macro.
Pip, how many microplastics do you eat in a day?
Probably like a lot of them.
At least 2.
I just completely fucking ruined this.
I read that everyone eats a credit card worth of microplastics in a week, and I think that's a funny measurement.
It's a false statistic. Actually, credit card George eats like 17 credit cards a day.
And he throws
I
off
was
the
gonna
mean for
say, I
everyone.
mean, it's like, because it's like, if you eat one credit card, that doesn't count the actual credit cards I'm eating every week.
Yeah,
I
so
have
you
a-
definitely skew it up for sure.
I eat way more than that.
I have a sticker like out right on the edge of my cube at work that says I eat microplastics, and people will come up and be like, "Well, actually," I'm like, "Buddy, please don't get into this."
I mean, you have it
I
up.
wonder.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm just
I'm
looking at the
stating
file.
a fact. They don't have to tell me that the fact is a fact.
He's here. He's
No, I'm looking at the VOD because I'm confused
was-
by something.
I was fixing something, so I was not reading chat.
I knew I'd be back quick.
When is
I
the rice
thought we were going
back?
to talk about the fight for a minute. I thought I had time.
What the fuck does that mean? Ice back?
I'm confused why. So like we are supposed to soak that. We are supposed to play and soak that second rain there, and when you watch guilds do it, Skynspinner doesn't move like she's moving for us. I think it's mainly because we're just slow on that whole set. But I really don't know why she's moving as much as she is. I guess let's keep seeing it. For that second set of orbs, just go ahead and roar every time, Cavestus. See if we can get through that whole set faster. Because it seems fairly minor, but I think it's actually going to be quite annoying if she moves consistently there. I have no idea what you're asking, Carly.
We're playing the hate. That's a Sunday's one.
The one guy who always can battle res doesn't have most people on his frames.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bait. Spread. Move.
Rotate and soak.
Death mark.
1. Charge.
That's a pretty good spot. Uh-oh. That's not good.
Sorry, I thought I canceled that.
I mean, we're just
Bonk.
Looks like we had people walk over each other.
Spread.
I committed a hate crime against Delta.
I don't know, a lot funnier if it was hate.
No, that was full on 9/11. I flew right into that tower. Like that's on me.
There's a reason the ability is called Betrayal.
A second evoker has flown into the tower.
Exactly. I thought I made like a really short dream flight, but then I just kept going. I was like, oh shit.
I need to
I still think that
this thing back
ability
here.
for every evoker spec is a fucking social experiment.
Which one?
Can someone click on this back
The
here?
one where you go flying. It was funnier in Dragonflight when everyone is still learning the range.
Also, you couldn't control it.
There's two of them. There's Deep Breath and Dreamfly. So I've got two of those buttons
They're
that I
the
can
same
click.
thing.
No, I've got two different. I got
doesn't
two zooms.
move.
Yeah, I know, but they're the same. They are the
Are
same
you actually
ability.
summoning somebody, Ghost? or-
No, I was hoping that putting that there would despawn this one that I put directly where I want to play the game.
That is weird.
I think maybe
But
we
we
should
just
just
have
put
infinite
more.
Yeah, what if we just have closets like all over the room? Surely we can use that in some way.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bait.
Good spread.
Spread. Move.
And rotate and soak.
1,
Death mark.
2, charge.
And they can all be stacked up. Pretty good. And remember, it's going to be your roar, Kuvess. And good spread.
Spread.
Delta, you have to move over.
Yeah, sorry.
Move.
Kuvess, rotate. Soak in, and then as soon as we soak, we just keep rotating and head over to boss. So basically, how it should work is we are still rotating clockwise. I mean, you can, I guess. It doesn't really
Spread.
matter. This would be spread. This is
Bait.
on Delta in the middle of the room baiting. Getting ready for the mid stuff, or the web bomb stuff.
But I have an extra ball.
Move.
I'm not
You're
sure.
doctor about that?
On me.
Wait, am I stupid?
Charge.
Do I have to
Yeah.
go out to the edge of the room again? I thought we only had to do that once.
No, you'll have to do it twice in this phase.
Am
I had a
I?
blue circle on me the entire phase.
Aren't you blue?
Yeah, but I thought the circle only shows when the mechanic's happening.
It shows for
Mm,
the entire
I'm
time.
pretty
frame.
sure I have it the whole time.
Because that's what your overlap death radius is.
You get a green circle for the rain.
But you still have the you still have the blue circle inside that green circle.
Yeah,
you
the
always
blue
have the
circle's still
circle.
inside the green circle, but you just get two
Oh, it's-
circles.
It looked more prominent than usual. I might have been stacked on someone and not noticed.
I think there's texture on the floor, so I think some spots are. I don't think this is a flat floor, if that makes sense.
I mean, they're never like flat
Brawlus
floors, so yeah.
fucking rode me down on his horse. I could not get away. That was
Yeah.
so fucked up.
Girls, so when Delta and Wa are baiting in the middle, I'm not baiting in the middle with them, right?
No, they're just because it's a blue
They're
frontal.
doing my first job, basically.
They're basically
Okay if I'm with the blue group if I can get back out in time?
that is fine. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because I think the flip, yeah, okay, it's good.
Yeah, I mean, if both of you can get back out in time every single time, and it's not like a huge burden, then I think that probably simplifies things. But that's kind of up to the two of you.
Okay, so I'm with the group still, and I'm not baiting in the middle for that one.
You're never baiting in the middle because
Well, except for the very
because that's a blue. Yes, sorry. So on that third rain, you are not baiting in the middle because it's a frontal that's baited on blue players. Just watching the replay real quick, seeing how I ran Ghost down.
Oh, you ran
let me
him
hear
down.
you say wayo.
I'm just the person farthest in the back of the line, and I'm just using Burning Rush, running away, and you're just running at me on a horse.
Okay, so there where you said keep rotating. So like if we do, so like the boss moves, but we
Yeah,
do one rotation for
that's the thing
orb.
that I think is a little unclear. But
And then so it's like if we're going around a clock, we go around 6 once, right, to collect orbs, and then you're just saying just do another 6 to get to the opposite side of the boss.
I think there might be an easier way to do it. That's what I'm looking at now.
Okay.
So on that third rain, it's like I'm baiting here, and then the mage is going to bait behind me then, or
No, I'm going to be in the group.
Wa is going to be in the group. So say it's on
link out
Skull
to that.
side, he's going to be just over on that second ping with the rest of the blue. And you, it kind of depends. Like if Wa can make that journey from there over to there just fine every time, then like that's great. He just plays over there and then gets to the middle to bait the web bomb. If you can do that too, you can also play over there and then, I don't know, disengage or whatever to get out there and bait the web bomb. That I think is overall a tiny bit simpler. It's just more movement for you.
I can try that. I think it'd just be more reliable if I was out there to begin with.
Yeah, and that's fine. So if you're playing it out there, you'd basically be kind of over in that general area, and you turtle, not spawn an orb, and then if it's baited on you, then you're fine.
Got it. Okay.
And I'm still his partner to do the web break split thing, right?
Yes.
And it's still going to be two of them, one in front of the other.
Two of them, one in front of the other. Yes.
Like,
So it'll
one
still be
there,
so.
one there.
If it's over towards, if she jumps over to Skull, it'll basically be, Ghost and Wa there, you and Delta, and then the Evokers. Yeah. So same general pattern.
Same things. Okay.
So I do need to get out here in time to actually bait the web bomb spawning, or just to pop it?
If Delta's
No.
already
So
out there,
so nothing changes. The web bombs are still baited on the red players. So like it's still going to be Kelly and.
So it's just getting out there in time to pop.
So I am still out here baiting.
Yes, sorry. So this I realize now this has been confusing. So basically, Wa and Delta, you're out here. So like the sequence of events here with the charge is fairly quick, and so the problem is if you can't make it out here, which it sounds like you can, Wa, but if you can't make it out here, then you would be out here baiting a frontal on Kelly and Ghost, potentially, who are sitting here baiting a web bomb.
Okay.
So that's what we're trying to avoid.
Yeah.
It's not that it switches and now blue
I
players are
latched
baiting.
onto just a smite or slight.
Yeah, sorry, I realize now that was probably confusing.
You're fine.
But yes, Kelly, Ghost, you're still the ones baiting the web bombs. All that stuff is still the same. And then finally, back on the second rain, I think we probably just do what everyone else is doing. It seems like we could change it, but I guess we're not going to attempt to fix something that's not broken. So what that means is for second rain, so it's still basically played by where Sky and Spinner is now. So blue's over on this side, red's over on this side. We spawn the orbs from the rain. We do a full rotation. Blue will be rotating on the inside to soak these, and red will be rotating on the outside to soak those. And then all that needs to happen is red, like once you have soaked those, you just keep going. And what we want is for red to go all the way over to that side. So you just rotate fully around and then end up over kind of by a star.
Red's playing to the inside of the room since it can go to two different sides.
Is it the opposite for the other way? So like whoever's closest to the boss just moves through the boss, right? That's pretty much what we're doing. Right? We're just moving. Like if the boss teleports over here, we just move through. The red moves through, and if it teleports over here, does blue move through, or no?
We basically want blue to end up on the exit side on both sides.
Okay.
So, can you mind Sooth? So yeah, so if they go over towards this side, it'll just be blue rotates and heads over here after they soak. and then it would be red rotates, and then ends up over on that side.
Oh. Wait, where you just pinged or where you just were?
Where I just pinged, sorry.
Oh.
So
I
rain
just
3
ran
for
out of horses,
red
so I didn't want to go.
is either there or there.
Yes.
And then where am I dropping my web bomb? It's skull and or that
You're
one,
not.
I guess.
You're not dropping a web bomb, right? Or wait, you are. Yeah,
Yes.
sorry. You're
Yeah,
dropping the
'cause I-
use the
I'm
useless
not dropping the
web
useless
bomb.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll just be essentially. I guess I can mark it for now since I removed some of the marks. So if it's, let me do these a little better. So on right side, it'd be like skull-ish is where you're dropping it, Carly. The useless one's skull.
But like
and
I've
then-
just dropped rain there too, right? So I drop rain and then drop web bomb at skull, and then I have to go pop another one, right?
You're not dropping on skull. I mean, it's just there's
The third
lot
rain.
of-
The third rain. Okay, so I'll back up. Third rain is either here or there for red. Yes.
I mean, I think the exact location is like red third rain will be on this entrance side of the room.
So it's back here or here.
Yes.
Okay. So I've dropped my rain. Then the web bomb happens like 5 seconds later. So I go to skull, drop my web bomb.
Yes, since you're
Or
a useless one.
there. Yes, since I'm a useless one.
Or
Then
triangle, let's say.
yes, okay, or ahead. Okay. So then I've dropped my useless one. Now I have to go pop
And the
one of
useful
hates.
one
And
is
hates is
basically
going to be
by
star
diamond.
or diamond, right?
Yes.
Okay. I understand where I have to go.
I understand it now.
I mean, I think this is much more complicated to explain like this than just to kind of play and see, to be honest.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Bait.
Good spread.
Spread.
Oh,
Move.
Rotate and soak.
Nope.
1.
Death mark.
Like recoverable. Fuck
2.
No.
I mean, do we not have? We don't have a
No,
weapon.
we don't have
Charge.
glove there. I didn't realize it
in
poofed
Narnia.
if I stand in it.
It's fine. You can just die.
That was a good one. An ad spawned on me and an ad spawned on him. And we're just like, I guess these are ours now.
Spread.
Yeah, really ugly one.
I don't know why I released. You can summon, I guess. Whatever, Pep's good.
I'm sorry, Marty.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bait.
Good spreads.
Spread. Move.
And rotate and soak.
Death mark.
1, 2. Charge.
Sorry, I went the wrong way. We're good.
And trying to get the ads on Sky Spinner if we can. I guess they're sold now. Sugar blasting. Spread on your side.
Spread.
And then you're going to
Move.
and soak.
1, 2.
And then keep going, and you're as soon as you soak, you just keep rotating over towards Sky Spinner, and you don't stop. We just want to make sure we soak all the orbs.
I can't get any more.
Yeah, I think it's
I go.
actually bad to spawn them that like directly under the boss.
Spread. Bait.
And so then Kelly's already out there. That's fine. We got a good frontal bait, and then web bomb
1,
baiting.
2. Move.
I mean, I think that spot's fine.
Charge.
But you could also be behind Kelly, but that's fine.
Oh, okay.
Ghost, no.
We do have. I'm not sure who spawned that one there. I think that might have been the evoker one. I'm not sure. I'll have to see.
Where did you ping?
I think there might have been.
There was
Rich
one
did,
like
so it was just a random person.
Yeah, that's also a good point.
So on that second one, it doesn't have to be the same spot. It should be.
No, it's a line
but
relative
it's,
to the boss.
Yeah, basically the easiest,
like
the least movement thing is, so if Sky Spinner is there, it's just going to be, that's the charge line. So like you're at the back of that charge line.
Sky Spinner, basically, it's either red or bluish for mine.
Red or blue.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Slightly off from red, because basically whichever little pie slice.
I just mean like.
I mean that is the
Yeah.
closest
Roughly,
marker
yeah.
for
Yeah,
orientation, though.
I'll dial it in, but I just have to get out quicker. Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, just be careful about spawning, like that second rain, because we're trying to soak and then move to a new location. We want to have like a nice clustered stack so they're quick to soak that way. And also what Aiden was saying, like if they're directly under the boss, like it's going to be hard to notice them. So like make sure if we can that you're not popping it like directly under one of the bosses. And then as soon as we soak, you're on the move. So as soon as you soak your 2 or 3, if you get, like, you can basically move because, like, you're not really going to soak another.
I feel like I
we just need more pulls
barely
on it.
ever even get the chance to soak, just because of.
Yeah, for middle people, it's a little different, yeah.
Even when we're grouped after the amp, it's like by the time I get all the way around, because I'm the last person, there's like no blues left.
Yeah. The soaking is fairly simple now.
We basically want to save all our defensives for when we're in
5, 4, 3, 2.
It's fucking scary.
Make sure you're in the circle. We pulled a little early. Oh, just yeah, I mean, we pulled early, so I think it threw people.
Bait.
Were they not mine, Sue? That I didn't actually check.
They were.
Spread.
I think Wara dropped D&D like early.
Move.
Doesn't count.
So weird. It just feels like I'm playing a completely different fight.
We are.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's for
mean, I
people
think-
without jobs. It's pretty snoozy.
I think the second phase will be more interesting for just most people because everybody's kind of playing the same fight there.
Yeah, once the web bums are gone, it stops being
Like the suck-in mechanic is probably like decently fun to play.
Well, did you notice if that the pull before if that ad ended up changing target or did target back to me after I?
Oh, I didn't pay.
Every time I've seen it in a VOD, the stun has not caused it to retarget, but I don't know if
Mortal
like
Coil
some stun is
I
different.
just step behind it, press blast wave, and stop thinking about
It
it.
doesn't. It does not retarget. I stunned one that was right next to me on me.
You just call me
and
retarded?
Yep.
Came right back.
5, 4,
Mortal Coil
3,
sometimes
2,
mistakes retarget.
1.
It very well could be different on some like CCs, so we can just test them all.
Bait.
Good spread.
Spread.
Me when I'm making a PBJ.
Move.
Rotate and soak.
Death mark.
1, 2.
Hard casting.
Charge.
You know, you're doing it like perfect max range, so then I can't hit the boss.
And remember ads on Skynspinner if we can.
Oh.
Oh, we lost one.
Uh-oh, we broke. Or
Boss.
missed some way.
Kelly exploded.
Kelly exploded.
No, I just
Spread.
Okay.
I was bring this
1.
up earlier, but
Move.
Can the other healers reach Wa and Ghost at all? Or
I haven't
even
even
me?
started
Shot
trying to.
to get a
Okay.
evoker.
I've been totally. I did get a snack. I've been totally neglecting my own health because I'm closer to the group because I've been healing Wa and Ghost.
Like
But if I'm also out of range, then I will do more things.
I think generally you should be the one babysitting, like you and Carly especially should be the ones babysitting all of the like middle groups. So
Well, Carly's got little baby arms. I don't even.
I know, like that's why I meant you like first, but
Ghost and I were where AOE heals go to die.
Yep, Pip, spec
No,
Presto,
it's okay, 'cause
and
I'm also
that'll get
healing,
better,
but-
Marius, as we're like
I have no idea what you
getting
said,
more
Ghost.
precise positioning.
I said
Yeah,
spec.
it's mostly just like I drop my orbs like what is it, like here, and then I loop all the way around the boss, so behind the boss to pick up the orbs back there. So pretty much spending like 30 seconds running around the boss.
Yep.
I ran around to get orbs that time, and then just actually never picked any up. Like someone was always
Yeah,
in front of me.
I have that happen quite a bit. It's why, like, I think there is a debate to be had to, like, maybe soak specific areas, but I think that is probably more trouble than it's worth with the way the mechanic is now.
Yeah, the only things I'd say is like melee just don't get the orbs on their way through the boss. I don't know if they are now, but
Well, I mean, I think generally melee should get the ones, like, close to the boss.
I mean, if we're starting here, and the other group's dropping here, and melee grab the orbs here, then that means the range then have to go all the way back, like behind the boss to get the orbs that are remaining. Because like their group one is dropping orbs, like there's like a ton of orbs back here. Like there's usually like 6 orbs in this area, and that's usually what I end up getting.
Well, also what you may have noticed, and I haven't really brought up because it's just dangerous while we're learning, I think. So, like, blue's supposed to be running on the outside of the room. So, in actuality, red does not have to run on this part. If blue is doing what they're supposed to do, red can run through the boss. And so that is less movement. But if people aren't doing what they're supposed to do, then it will kill people.
Alright, I'm gonna go through the boss and we're gonna see if people are doing it right.
I like it.
It'll be pretty quick to find out if it's not.
But I mean, that is a thing groups do, is like, at various points in the fight, one of red or blue group will get to run through a boss instead of like around.
Yeah, just because like if I could get back to like here by the time like the lines are going out, I'll definitely be able to help more. So like I will do that.
And that is like certainly a helpful thing, but like I think Kelly is ultimately
5,
for like
4, 3, 2, 1.
Well,
Oh, he's my
I hope you're blasting him.
Oh no.
We won't kill it.
Bait.
Good spreads.
Spread. Move.
Rotate.
I think Kate's gone.
Death mark.
Oh,
Because she's
I mean,
no, she's just standing here.
1,
Her mouse died.
Suicide.
2.
You can just
Charge.
Come on, give me a hug.
I'm back here.
Yeah, so I think the entire first phase going through the boss is a red team thing. In later phases, that is not true, but in first phase, you can't go through the boss really unless you're red.
Is that you guys are moving the boss there, right? So like
I mean, it kind of just happens. I'm not like intentionally moving the boss, but
I just didn't know who was tanking it, but at that point,
I mean,
like, don't know, like, does,
I
like,
have
the
an
war
Uber
need to
Ash,
cut
but
it? Does he need to cut it close there because he's got to like stay like
well,
tight to the boss?
he has to stay. He's trying to stay close because he's trying to group scarabs close on like Gunspinner. So he also has a like positioning requirement, but he doesn't have to go directly under. I'm guessing, I did not check the VOD, but I'm guessing there were orbs like, what would it be, red orbs, I guess, for him, that were like under the boss that he is trying to soak since he's a blue, is my guess as to what happened. She posted it in Discord, I guess, about this.
She typed it.
Oh.
I missed food, didn't I? Oh well.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, well, I'm not gonna
You're not
drop
having
another.
food.
I'm not super concerned about
I
boss
have
right
a
now.
salty dog. It's okay.
I'm gonna be honest. I think I've potted twice tonight, so I'm not even sure why I dropped a cauldron.
Oh, you're the reason we haven't killed it.
I fought it 3 times, girls. I got one up on you.
I potted before red.
Every time the boss was about to be stunned, and I like was confident it was gonna happen.
So like 3 times.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Make sure you're in a little bit early.
The D&D.
2 seconds is crazy work.
We are good.
Bait.
Never mind, actually.
Oh, I'm so
Spread.
fucking dumb. I just.
It's okay. No, you take the one in the back and
Move.
Rotate.
It's very awkward.
1.
Death mark.
We're gonna have to back up too, Delta.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, that's a bad
We have
bait.
time.
That one might have been on me. That's my bad.
Charge.
I fucked it.
See ya, I'm out of here.
Oh, this guy.
You should not. As soon as I said it, I fucked up. You should not.
I thought you were recovering.
We kind of did, but then I stutter stepped when we were doing the dozy do because it should have been I should have gone on this side and you go on that side and it still would have worked.
That
My muscle memory
frontal
betrayed me.
I think the frontal ended up getting baited on me. So.
What determines where he charges to? Because like sometimes I
He
have to stop here,
charges-
sometimes I have to go way over there.
Wait, what? I'm not sure what you mean by that.
So the lot where he's charging to, he's charged like at that wall or where the boss is now, and then like there. So sometimes I have to run really far, and sometimes
I mean,
don't.
he charges to Skynspinner.
So it's based on where Skynspinner is every
but
time.
like Skynspinner doesn't really move.
Right, but no,
but
but if I know
sometimes
it's
does
Sky Spinner,
move.
then I can. Oh, okay, so I
Yeah,
should have watched
it's
the ball.
aimed at Sky Spinner. Yeah.
So it's okay.
But like most of the
Actually-
time, she does not move. But sometimes she will move for I don't know why.
Although I think the reason it feels like it's off a lot is because the initial charge is it's just on a random like range play.
No, I only care about. I just want to know where I have to be for like the line break, because if I know it's on her, then I know I just have to be to the left or facing her, wherever.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you are kind of hovering, not actually hovering, but just kind of hanging out around Sky Spinner, like in this area, you're probably in a good position for like where you're going to need to be for charge. Probably not quite that close since people are collecting, but
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bait. Spread.
Spread.
Move.
Rotate.
1.
Death mark.
Okay.
Oh, hey,
we're
Terror.
broke.
Charge.
Okay, we can work this. We can work this.
Well, no, hey.
No, we don't.
Oh, she's dead.
Have.
Oh. Okay, I
So
thought Kelly and I could.
I think that might have. Let me see. I
The
think I
frontal's
know
based
what's
on
happening
me or hate, and we.
Spread.
No, that's a blue baited frontal, unless I'm misremembering. But I'm pretty sure I know what's happening. So
Did it bait on me?
let me look at the VOD just so I'm not making stuff up.
The reason why I connected to the back orb was because with that frontal, I was like, oh, I'll just wait to pop the egg. So I just kind of like mashed in as close as I could, and I must have gotten closer.
Yeah. So what is happening? So it was either on me, Raisins, Wara, or Delta. I think there. Delta makes sense because he's headed towards the web pop thing. So I think the one danger of popping those web bombs super early is that if we get unlucky, Delta or Wa could bait on the web bombs. So like you just want to make sure wherever you two are, you're not somewhere that you're like gonna blast Kelly and Ghost essentially. But if it was on me, Raisins, or Wara, what we were doing, or what it looks like we were doing, is we were soaking the orbs that were in this area, but we don't have to soak those orbs that early, is the gist of it. We can wait for that frontal to bait over here and then go soak those orbs, is all that needs to happen.
What was interesting was the frontal itself wasn't like directly on the web bombs. It was that me adjusting to that frontal caused me to get linked with the back group.
Yeah.
And that's where all the reactions came from.
So I think just in general, like if you're, I need another res by the way. If you're soaking these orbs, the red orbs, you can wait till that frontal is baited, blue team, and then go soak them. And then Wa and Delta, just be careful that you're not baiting on the web bombs. This fight reminds me a lot of Tendril in that
I was just thinking that.
there's a couple people, namely like ranged and healers, who have to do like the dispel mechanic is what I'm thinking of.
5,
in the first
4,
phase. And so
3,
they're all focused
2,
on that, and then all the
1.
melee are sitting there just dodging tornadoes or doing nothing.
Can I go back to that?
Also P2 Sark.
Oh no, please no. I don't
Bait.
want again.
Good spread.
Spread. Move.
Rotate.
1.
Remember,
Death
blue
mark.
bait first,
2.
and then you can go soak.
Charge.
We got it. And then be on your sides. We're going to play rain here in a second. I'm done.
Spread.
Res. Good spread.
Move.
And then we have speed, and we're heading
1.
over towards Sky Spinner.
There's that thing under the Nerub'ar still. Okay, someone got it.
I got it.
Okay, and then next bait is happening here soon. So blue team baiting over towards
Spread.
the left. You're all in a good spot, it looks like.
Bait.
And then web bomb people baiting. We got a couple in
Move.
that spot, but that's probably because we have dead people.
2.
And then we have charge.
Charge.
Pretty good. Let's wipe it up.
Oh, I wasn't in it. Sorry, Delta.
I'm dead.
I mean,
No, that's fine.
we are essentially like. See that in the 3 pools or whatever we have tonight.
My brain's not working out how to get those orbs on the right side and myself on, or no, to get the orbs on the left side and myself on the
Can't even
right
say
side.
it.
So I'm gonna just keep doing what I just now did and just be aware of you, and I'll move around you. Oh, and I need
Who are
another
you?
rest.
Who are you referring to?
To
You?
Delta.
Okay, so
I'm
you're
trying to
still.
put my orbs on the same side and then I'm gonna step away from them so you can run in. Because otherwise my orbs are gonna be split.
Okay, so you're just gonna stay left anyway, and then I'll just run around you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you just head straight in.
Are you talking about like after we do the
So-
charge?
The rain bait, I'm putting one orb out there, and then I'm moving over. What am I doing? I'm putting the orb here.
I was gonna say
And then,
if you
so
put
I'm
the
putting an orb to the left, and then I'm moving to the right to bait the web, and then I'm moving back to left so that when we web break, both of my orbs are on the same spot. But he's
Wait.
coming in from the left, so if you just go in front of me, I'll know you're there, and we'll be fine.
I was gonna say if you drop the thing there and then stay like left or stay right rather, and then I come in from the left, both of yours are gonna be on the right of me, right? So I just run right then. So we're
I guess
just
if
kind of
I-
like
Yeah, if I drop orb to the right and then bait to the left and then move back to the right, that should work.
Wait, how did I remove marks? 1 sec.
I think it makes most sense if we just get back there again and I see what you're doing.
Yeah, I understand how to put the orbs together and not be in your way, I think.
I can also take a clip of how me and Wa do it so that I always end up on the side with the red group after the charge.
So I think maybe a better way to think or to play this second rain is so basically blue team, whichever side so say Sky Spinner ports over to diamond. So that would mean, can you mind save? So that would mean blue team is over here, right? So I think what we want to do is basically we want to actually do the red team moves through the boss and the blue team moves clockwise around the boss. I mean, I think that will actually make this set easier. Because if you watch back the VOD of like how that is actually playing out, there's like basically we have orbs spread out over this huge area, and like for instance me and Pip is like rotating around the outside, but there's also a ton of orbs spread back here, and so like I am horsing around back there trying to get them. I mean, I think it will just make more sense if we say, so if it's over towards diamond, blue team's gonna rotate around here, and then red team just goes straight through boss, and then yeah, so moral of the story, sorry, this was a super confusing explanation. Red team, you're going through the boss. Blue team, you're going around the boss.
intuitively horse through me because I walk slowly, and also I wanted to stay to finish a cast. Not that I was taking.
I mean,
a
that
really
could
wide
also be
berth.
part of it, but it seemed wide-ish too.
Yeah.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I will have your scars. Your lives are forfeit. Skewer.
Bait.
Viscous detonation.
Spread.
Venomous sting.
Move.
Devour.
Death mark.
1, 2. Charge.
Unstoppable. A pointless endeavor. Another trophy for my queen.
Spread.
Venomous sting.
1. Move.
So cretin.
I like the initial really stalk. We had to move really far.
Like where he's coming from.
Yeah, we had to shift over quite a bit. I think that's why Delta died, because I just wasn't healing while I'm walking over there.
Well, let's see where people were.
I don't know if that's a huge issue, but it's just something to like be aware of.
Like, the only one... If that is true, it baited on Wa there. Like, he was the only one. Kelly was, like, kind of in a similar position, it looks like. But, I mean... It makes sense that it could be baited on someone. I do not know if it is, though. So I think we...
I'll just stay on the left side of our thing.
And you had to move because of the frontal, right?
Yeah, the frontal was like going this way, I think.
Yeah. So I think that is something that's just fixed by a better frontal bait. But if it's baited on Wa, then like if the frontal is baited on Wa and he's over there.
Well, no, I waited until like over here until the frontal went off.
Okay.
Like I'm waiting for the frontal, then I'm moving into the web, but I think I needed to stay on like the left side of the web until he moves in, and then I can just blink over.
It's okay. I shouldn't die there again. I just need to internalize that if we have a big move, then I just need to be more responsible for my health.
I think you and I both had bugs too, didn't we? I definitely had bugs. So I was
You had a bug? I think I had a far away bug.
Okay.
One spawned on us, and I just kicked it in before it even fixated.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I will have your scars.
Strong blast wave.
Your lives are forfeit. Skewer.
Bait.
Viscous detonation.
Spread.
Venomous sting.
Move.
Devour.
Death mark.
Skewer.
1. Charge.
Rotting carnage. Are you working with them, Takai?
Spread.
Sting.
Move.
Foul cretin.
2.
I had to murder Deltas.
Why is more on that side?
Devour.
1. Spread.
Toxic wound.
Bait.
Of my mind.
I like stopped because I saw you there. Like, uh oh, you just fucking charged.
Kelly, I'm gonna clip this so you can see what me and Wa do.
For the
Why
first
were
one or
you
the second
where
one?
I was?
For the first one, so like I always end up like where
Oh no, the
Wa.
first one we're fine. It's the
Well,
second
no,
one
but
where
you're red on the right side, which is a little awkward. When all you could just do is like kind of rotate slightly differently when you're popping the orbs, and you'll already be on the proper side. Like you have enough time to get in, so it doesn't really matter.
I'm hesitant to change anything at blue because
I
my
mean,
brain's already turned off.
I'm just gonna clip this so you can see
Yeah,
what.
that's fine.
You guys can figure it out if you
Delta
want.
and I can talk about it when I have more brain cells.
Like it's fine because like I know you're there, so I just delay until you like left when we're collapsing after the charge.
That message was filtered, Laura, just so you know.
Is he using no words?
I mean, shit. Like,
Oop, we have a guy in our guild named Shit.
Wait, do you have swear filter?
no. So I don't really know why it filtered it.
Would you sign the new contract?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I will have your scars. Your lives are forfeit. Skewan.
Bait.
Viscous detonation.
Spread.
Venomous sting.
Move.
Death mark.
1. Charge.
Rampage. Are you working with them, Takai?
Spread.
Spread.
Toxic wound.
Although we had a bug, but I knocked it to Sonya.
Move. One.
A pointless endeavor.
Spread.
Toxic wound.
Bait.
Of my mind. Struggling is futile.
One.
A pointless
2.
To correct.
Charge.
Rampage.
Like, I thought Marius, Carly, and I were supposed to go to Skull to drop our puddle.
If the boss is on that side, but if the boss is on this
Yeah,
side, then you go.
What do you mean if? This is like a thing determined by the
reversed, yeah.
tanks, right?
No.
No, this
no,
one they,
there are
the boss
two.
charges.
There are two locations the boss can port to. They can port to Skull side, or they can port to Diamond side, and we have to play on that side. Like we don't get to determine that.
We are doing the bait again though there, so like we wait like over here.
I know we're supposed to bait. I just didn't realize this was like a. Okay.
I didn't. I knew we were going over there. I didn't know we were doing it. That's why I was clarifying. Like we're doing the same bait we do before on.
Yes,
on
Siri.
It's gonna be over on Diamond or Skull pretty much. Just tuck it away against the wall.
It would be over on Triangle and Skull, but the exact marker is not important. It's
Oh, okay, so
basically
we
we want the useless puddle to be towards the exit. The useless puddle stack towards the exit, and then the one that Hate and Carly are going to use is just towards the entrance. Is all. It doesn't have to be like exactly on Triangle or exactly on Skull.
Okay, yeah, because mine, I don't know if mine died early because I soaked extra orbs, because yeah, that's after. So the first time we drop our crap, then we spawn orbs. The next time we spawn our orbs and rotate and then drop our crap. Just the order's
I
different.
think so, yes.
Yeah.
We are done now. I just realized the time. We should basically get to learn how to play the first intermission tomorrow, and then hopefully